Okay? So that's how, this is only a one-way communication. Okay? Because if this is a two-way communication, when Deco cries, Ochako should have responded. Okay? And of course, the communication continues. Okay? So we have here the message, speaker message, the encoding, the channel or the transmission. We have the receiver decoding, and we have the feedback. So you'll just have to remember those 5. Okay? Now, so this is for a 3-point recitation. I'd like you to analyze the following situations or the following scenarios and name them based on their elements. So which one is the speaker message? Or which one is the speaker and which one is the message? Well, normally speaker and message are all in the same situation because speaker is normally introduced at the onset of the message. And then where is the encoding? Where is the channel or the transmission? Where is the receiver decoding part? And where is the feedback? So if you have an answer, you may raise your hand. Again, it's a 3-point recitation. All right, Arshel.
Hello, ma'am. Naririnig na po ako.
Yes.
Yung number 1 po, Ira knows the answer to the teacher's question.
All right.
And Ira raises
wait,
her
Arshel.
hand.
Arshel, please do it this way. Like,
Yes.
Ira is the speaker, and the message is Ira knows something. Please try to answer in English.
The speaker is Ira, and the message is Ira knows the answer to the teacher's question. And the encoding is Ira raises her hand and utter her answer. The channel is, ay mali pala ma'am, the encoding pala ma'am, yung Ira construct the sentence on her mind. And the channel is Ira raises her hand and utter her answer. The decoding is the teacher thinks of Ira's answer logically, and the feedback. The teacher smiles, nods, and says correct.
All right, very good. Okay, so definitely in the decoding part, the receiver is immediately introduced. The same with, well, unlike in the speaker part, where speaker is being introduced in the onset of the message formation. Okay, so thank you. 3 points for Arshel. Okay, next one. Another 3 points. Okay, Fernandez or Ferna? I only see Ferna. Is that Fernandez? I think he just click the raise button. I haven't actually used these trophies or whatever, so I'm not sure how these trophies work. So can somebody now share their answer? All right, so it's still yeah, I think it's Fernandez or
The
yes.
speaker is Rico, and the message was Rico visualized the image of Rico visualized the image of Peter House on his mind, and encoding mom, Rico start drafting the image of Peter's house. Then channel, Rico explain his drawing to Peter. Decoding mom, Peter contemplates if Rico's drawing is enough for budget. Then lastly, ma'am, Peter raises his thumb and thanks Rico
All right,
for the
okay.
feedback.
Very good. So exactly. So our speaker is Rico, and of course the message or the message here by which Rico is involved is initially visualizing the image that maybe Peter's trying to construct now or would like to construct. Okay, so we could say that maybe Rico is a draftsman or an architect or maybe an engineer. Okay, and of course with the encoding, since there is a visual, okay, visual image, okay, that needs to be presented. Okay, so Rico starts drafting. Well, it's vaguely explained here. It's not clear if the word drafting is explained as real drafting or literal drafting, or maybe when we say drafting, it's more of thinking how to do it inside your mind. Okay, so it's more of constructing it in your mind. Okay, and of course, definitely the channel is the actual transmission of message where the drawing is done and Rico explains it to Peter. So Peter thinks that the drawing is good, and then after some time he agreed. Okay, so he showed his stamp of approval. Okay, so I hope that everybody clearly understands, okay, the elements, the different elements that contribute to the communication process. And here we have different functions. So why communication is necessary in our everyday activity? So can you think of a situation where communication is used to control behavior, to control the attitude, to control the mindset, to control maybe the belief of a person? All right, Fernandez?
Ma'am, for example po, there was an dispute or issue, the teacher will control the children, like the teacher will stop the children to control the noise and the dispute po.
All right, very good. Okay, so to pacify the situation, to bring peace, no, within the people involved in maybe in a feud or in a war or in, well, as Fernando said, dispute. Okay, so the teacher would communicate to the involved or to the concerned people to settle things up. Okay, and of course, it's part of controlling. So you control the behavior, you control the atmosphere, you control the situation, you control the attitude of those that involved in the communication process. Okay, how about social interaction? So how is communication function when it comes to interacting socially? Arshel?
For example, ma'am, you want to invite your friends to go for an outing.
Okay. So if
How
you,
would then
yeah, continue.
you're gonna tell them that you want that, ma'am.
All right. Okay. So it's
Yeah.
more, thank you, Arshel. It's more of maybe sending them invitation or message them in social media account that that you are inviting them to a certain party or something like that. Okay. How about Christine? You were raising your hand earlier. Anything that you want to share?
Ma'am,
For social interaction?
for me po, ano po, when someone exchanging thoughts
Okay.
to someone or other group, for example, for their assignment, they were able to ask how or when we will pass the assignment.
All right. So, of course, it's real time, right? Because in a virtual class, not everyone is online. Not unlike when you are in a face-to-face setup that you may just ask your classmate who is sitting beside you or classmate who is near to you of what are the things that you need to do, okay, in this particular subject. Okay, and there's also the situation where some students will find it difficult to study. Before, they would rely on their tutor, so a tutor who would come to their home to personally teach them. But since this pandemic, it becomes really hard for them because they need to do it online. And of course, without physical interaction, it becomes harder for them to really keep up, okay, with the topic, with the discussion, and with the explanation of the lesson. Okay, how about Sam? Last one. Any additional?
Sometimes it determines the personality of the person you are talking to and their intellectual capacity.
All right. So, of course, there are things that we could realize or we could discover, of course, through an impression and, of course, through observation. That's why social interaction is very much important, since just by interacting with these people, you'll be able to know their intention. You'll be able to know what is their real purpose for communicating. Okay, or if they are really sincere with what they are saying. Unlike when you are just simply sending chats, simply sending message, you do not know if they are really joking, if they're really making fun of you, or if they are serious, something like that. Okay, how about motivation? So how is communication function as a form of motivation? Okay, Marga? Marga? Yes. Just make your voice louder.
Okay po. For example po, when you're upset and then someone is comforting you, then telling you that you can do it.
All right, very good. Okay, how about Lorraine? Lorraine.
Motivation means for their needs and goals, tasks, and values.
Sorry, Lorraine, can you please repeat your answer?
Okay po, ma'am. For me po, motivation is getting to know other people's their needs and goals and tasks and values.
All right, so getting to know others. Okay, because definitely by knowing their situation, by knowing things that make them stronger, that make them resilient, no, that make them brave, you also find inspiration, and you are being encouraged that if they can do it, then I know I can as well. Okay, how about Alexa?
Sharing positive notes po, ma'am.
Sharing positive notes. So it's like spreading good vibes. So definitely communication serves as a good motivation because it lets people know or feel that they are important, that they are not alone, that there are people who understand them, that there are people who supports them, that there are people who actually rooting for them. So it's more of knowing that people recognize your achievement. They witness, and they're just watching you in silence, but deep down they are really great that you are doing good, that you are progressing, and there is a development in you. Okay, how about for information dissemination? Okay, let's have Nicole.
You are doing a public announcement or speeches po.
All right, so public announcement or speeches. Don?
Like what we are doing right now, ma'am, Mrs. Reyes lectures about nature of communication.
All right. Okay, very good. So definitely communication is very much important because, well, literally it makes people aware of things that are existing in their surrounding. So it makes them information dissemination adds to your knowledge. It helps you, okay, acquire new knowledge, new values, and wisdom from the things that you learn from people. okay, from the things that you read from the available printed materials. Okay, and last, we have emotional expression. Okay, we have Lorraine. Emotional expression. Yeah, Lorraine, you may have the stage.
Ma'am, see.
All right, let's have Fernandez. I think Lorraine encountered a problem in her internet.
Ma'am, for example, ma'am, like if they have a family, a dead person, and telling and share about what happened, I think that's emotional expression, ma'am.
All right.
Example of those.
All right, very good. Okay, so if there is a person or a friend you know who are currently undergoing heavy problems when it comes to loss of a family or a friend or something, definitely communication is functions in a practical way because it lets you provide emotional support. It lets you express your sympathy. It lets you empathize with people. Okay, Martina, you're raising your hand.
Simple behaviors like laughing and crying po.
All right. Okay, so it's not all about serious things. We also, of course, through communication, we are able to transfer the good vibes, the goodness, the things that we feel good about to other people. That's why there are people who really loves to make people laugh, to make people to make people smile. All right. So, is there any question? Fernandez, question?
Ma'am, I would like to ask, ma'am, in information dissemination, ma'am, one of the example, ma'am, I'm not sure if the newscaster is information
Yes.
dissemination.
Okay. Yeah, it's of course broadcasting and through delivering information through news, right? But it's actually a one-way process of information dissemination because broadcaster, newscaster, do not have to wait for people to respond. Okay, that's why it's a one-way process of information dissemination. Okay, so any more question? All right, so I think it's already time. So if there is